This is a Your Last Resorts production.
And welcome back to the Your Last Resort podcast. I'm Brandon Lejean, your host, aka the Shoe Comic. I'm just filming this quick little intro. I'm an idiot. I already filmed this once, tasted and rated a candy bar, um, and I forgot to hit the 48V to give my dynamic mic any power, so it recorded no audio because I'm an idiot. This is a great episode. It's me, Brett, Ian, who is a streamer. SugaFree Daddy plays a bunch of video games. Super hilarious dude. He's on TikTok and he's an actor too. So he's a really talented guy. Super funny. Me and him are gonna get some things going together. We're gonna play some Warzone. Play a Warzone drinking game. Do all that fun kind of stuff. It's gonna be a real fun time. I won't keep this intro long because I've already rated it. This week I ate the Lindor truffles, which is a milk chocolate ball with white chocolate on the inside. They're pretty bougie. They're pretty famous. They come in this little fancy little wrapping. Let's see if it's still in there. Yeah, because unfortunately I already ate it. It's like, this one, you unravel the little ball. Makes me feel like I'm going to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory to get touched by some Oompa Loompas, all that fun shit. I can't eat it again. Sorry, I'm a moron. I don't think any of you looked that forward to me just eating it. You like the review more. So what I kind of said about the candy bar is, or the Lindor truffle, is that it's really good. It's very sweet. The white chocolate's on the inside, so it's a little less overpowering, but still just really sweet, really bougie. It's not a bad candy bar, but it's definitely, I don't think anything that's your first choice. It could be your last resort. Hey, I'm a hack. Fuck you. Yeah, but it's not the greatest, not the best choice. Still enjoyed it, but I think it's one of those things where if someone gives you one, you never complain about it, but you never go out of your way to buy it. So I gave it an 8.2, which I have, again, no idea where that falls on the ranking scale because I'm never prepared. But guys, I got to go get ready for work. And now I'm going to be late because I couldn't turn on the power correctly. So without a further ado, enjoy this episode with Brett Ian. And thank you for letting us be your last resort. See ya. And welcome back to the Your Last Resort podcast with your host, Brandon Lejean, aka the Shoe Comic. I'm here with an awesome guest this week, Brett Ian. He's an actor, a Twitch streamer. You can find him on Twitch at SugaFree Daddy. The name will be on the bottom. The link will be in the bio. Super cool guy. Met him at my work. I'm excited to have you on, buddy. Thanks for doing it.
Dude, thanks for having me on. Hell yeah. Super
Yeah, man.
stoked.
Awesome. Well, so to get things kind of kick off the ice, instead of just going into about you, we're going to answer one would you rather right now. We get into a segment of it later. So the first one is, would you rather have your face on your stomach or have a bird head? Now,
Face.
so like your face and everything is on your stomach. You got to rock crop tops all the time just to be able to speak
But
with people.
so I don't have a head or what? Is my
Yeah,
head still there?
your head just ends. I guess, or well, I mean, it's your face. So yeah, you got a head. You just got a faceless
Wait, just
head,
blank? Okay, cool.
or you got a
Uh,
bird head, like a literal beak. You can talk like a human, but you're basically bird person from Rick and Morty at that point.
Honestly, I feel like I'd probably go with the bird head
Yeah,
because I feel like I have a I feel like I have a better chance at like acceptance
yeah,
because I'm like I don't know. I just feel like it just
yeah,
looks so weird, you know what I mean? Like
yeah. I
your
mean,
face on
either
your
way,
stomach.
you're like kind of a freak, but with the bird head, like at least you're just kind of anatomically correct, and just
Exactly, yeah.
the other one,
It's like
like.
not as weird, I feel like.
Yeah, could you imagine like everyone who has a conversation with you has to just look down into your stomach or
Yeah, see, that's weird.
you yeah, I think the bird one sadly is the best choice cuz you could at least you can still talk and it's not like you can only speak in chirps or some bullshit like that.
Exactly right. Yeah, yeah, you have your voice, so might as well, right? Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, I'm the
That's a good
same
one.
with you. I'm going to go with the bird. Yeah, we got a couple more for you. Just try and kind of lighten it up. Some guests, you're used to being on camera and all that, but I'll have guests on here who are not the most normal to being on it. So it's kind of a
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
way to break
No,
up
all
the
good. Yeah,
monotony.
yeah.
All right, so now I want to talk about you for a little bit. So we met at my work. You were doing IT work for us, and then we
Yeah.
went to lunch after and kind of started talking. We're both in the entertainment industry and all that. So you're a streamer. How long have you been doing that for?
So I started streaming on Twitch back in April.
Okay.
I've always wanted to like stream video games and like Twitch and all that.
Yeah.
But I just kept telling myself for the longest time, just be like, oh yeah, like someday I'll do it. And then with like, the lockdown and all that, I was like, you know what? I have all the time. And then I started doing TikTok like previously and I started
Yeah.
getting following and I was like, maybe I can like start streaming and take some of my followers and try to promote like streaming on Twitch and
Yeah.
maybe this is like my time to get started. So I started doing that in April. And yeah, it's been going good. Been like consistent, stream 4 days a week on
That's
Twitch.
awesome, dude.
Um, and yeah, haven't really missed too many days, other than just like a few vacations and stuff in the summer, but
Yeah.
been
Uh,
pretty consistent with
And
it.
that's kind of the key, right, to streaming. It's a lot like a podcast where you got to
Yeah.
be consistent with it. Because I think, and tell me if you kind of felt the same way, where you want to get on that stream. You said 4 times a week and get on it a decent amount. When I first started doing the podcast, and I was debating doing it once a week, being consistent, like you are, you kind of at first you start to. Did you have that fear where you thought maybe you'd overwhelm people? Like you thought, no, I'm asking them too much to watch me too much, like that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Cause it's like, even with podcasts, like
Mm-hmm.
anything in entertainment and art, it's just like it's vulnerable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah,
you're
that's a good
like,
way to put it.
at first you're like, am I asking people too much? But then you realize it's like people like to watch people, to listen to people who
Mm-hmm.
are passionate and just committed.
Yeah.
And if you don't really like care about what people think, kind of thing, I
Mm-hmm.
think then you like succeed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I agree with you. That's a good way because that was my fear at first, was overwhelming people. But like you said, when people start to become fans of you, they want that consistency where they can continue to watch it. So it's
Yeah.
a little different with the Twitch community, but you're streaming 4 times a week. So they know they can consistently watch you as a streamer, as a podcast once a week. They know they get to listen and in a sense hang out or however they feel when they're listening to a podcast with me, because
Yeah.
nothing sucks more. I mean, I'm a huge Kendrick Lamar fan. I don't know if you like Kendrick and all that, but I mean, he
I'm so
dropped
out of
you.
the loop with that kind of music, but like
Okay,
I
but it's
respect it, but I'm so out of the
yeah.
loop.
He
Yeah.
just drops albums whenever he wants,
Yeah.
years, and I get jealous of Drake fans who get new music every week and all that. And so I
Yeah.
think it's good that you're able to stay consistent with it and do it and have all that. So what I want to talk to you too about streaming, before we get into kind of the games you stream in that. So you've been doing it for a while, and you said, we're talking about the different. What do you think is the hardest thing about streaming for you? For people, streaming's a relatively new world that I was introduced to. I didn't start
Yeah.
watching streamers until a couple months ago, and I think a lot of people are kind of it's a very new platform. So for you, what's a difficulty for people to kind of hear about streaming?
I think one of the hardest things, especially like starting out and like trying to like grow
Mm-hmm.
like a community and like a following, is you
Yeah.
constantly have to like switch it up.
Yeah.
Because people, if I'm just like the same thing, same visuals every single
Yeah.
stream for months at a time, it's just like whatever. And so like it's always trying to find like, oh, just changing the layout of the stream, every couple weeks, or adding a new alert. It's just always trying to find
Yeah.
things to change, but I don't want to just like change it and then it just be like that was unnecessary. I want to make it better consistently as
Mm-hmm.
well.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the hardest things, is like keeping
Yeah.
on track with that.
Yeah, that's true, because I don't think people realize, they think that you just get on and play video games and people are like, this guy's good, and watch it. But I've watched one of your streams, and you do the stuff with the natty lights, and you have
Yeah,
fun little things. And I know a lot of other streamers, when you subscribe, something cool pops up and they try and be
exactly.
interactive at the chat and all that. You mind telling the audience a little bit about the natty light and the pit vipers and that whole persona, because I
Yeah.
love it and I want them to hear about it so they go check it out and all that.
Yeah. So like, so when I started streaming, one of the things I was like, what could I like, do to like make myself like kind of have like a shtick or like stand out?
Mm-hmm.
And I love Pit Viper sunglasses. And so I
Yeah.
have my Pit Vipers. I have a few pairs actually. And I was like, I'm gonna wear my Pit Vipers. Might as well. So it's just become like my thing now, just wearing like the pit
Hmm.
vipers when I stream. And then a few months ago, Natty Light was holding like a little like competition to get sponsored, and he
Yeah,
had to like just make like an Instagram post and like tag them. And so I did it, and then I got the sponsorship. And it's just till the end of the year. I've had it for a few months, and they just send you like for a year and
that's sick.
stuff. So yeah, I just kind of like promote it on my streams and stuff, and wear the
That's
merch, and
awesome though.
drink beer, wear pit vipers, and just be dumb. Just be a
Yeah, no,
dumbass on stream.
no, I know exactly what you mean. I think that's what a lot of people look for in streams is I don't necessarily care that, at least me personally, how good someone is at a game. Obviously, you want them to be somewhat competent, but it's
Yeah,
fun. It's fun when someone can be funny. Like a person I watch often is Nick Merckx, and he
yeah,
almost when you watch his streams, it almost feels like you're the same as watching a really long podcast, but with video games playing in the back.
exactly.
So I think when you can stream and make it funny and it gets more people entertained.
Yeah, and that's what I feel like. The majority of people I feel like that watch my streams, they're not
Yeah.
necessarily like into the video games or like don't care. They just want, they just want to laugh or just see me do dumb shit. And
Yeah.
I like rage when I play video games too. So like,
Hmm.
it's like shit like that people find entertaining.
Yeah. Do you ever like stream with any other streamers, or is it mostly solo games by yourself?
Sometimes I do. It's just mostly like my buddies or something like that.
Yeah.
Who stream. Like sometimes, like some of my buddies are not like super into it, but they'll like stream sometimes. So like every now and then, I'll stream with them and try to like help them promote their streams as well and
That's dope though.
like that. But I always make sure started doing. I don't know, like do you know what like rating is? I just like rating someone's stream.
No, not really.
So like one of the best things I think is good, especially like with networking, with other
Uh-huh.
streamers. There's this feature on Twitch called rating. So
Yeah.
like if I'm gonna finish up my stream, I can be like, hey guys, stick around real quick. We're gonna raid this person. They're streaming at the moment.
Oh, okay.
And so I click this button and it sends all my viewers to their channel. And so
Yeah.
it kind of like promotes them and people can be like, oh, who's this? And meet them. Um, but I think that's one of like, for people, starting out to make friends, because it's about like networking as well.
Yeah.
Good like tool, and I think you should always use that kind of thing at the end of your stream, and because people, you expect people to like reciprocate eventually as
Yeah.
well. So
Yeah, I told that's really cool. Yeah, there's so much that I don't know about it, but I actually really enjoy it because I really enjoy playing video games. And my
yeah,
the big hope is that, make it big as a comic, big podcast, and then, I'm kind of famous, and then I can just be like, hey, also watch me play video games. I want to take the cheaters way
exactly,
into
yeah.
what I want to take the cheaters way into what the hard work you put in for, you know?
No, but I mean, you know what I mean. You put hard work into something, especially with social media. It's
Yeah.
like you grow a following on one thing,
Hmm.
and if people like you, they're willing to go to a different platform to watch you and watch your content because they
Yeah.
like you. And I think
No,
I think
exactly.
it's a great way. Yeah,
Yeah, and then that's the thing is just putting out content, good content, obviously. But
yeah,
I think that's the best advice I can give out to anyone who's looking to get into any kind of artist form. Just little things like I had the weirdest thing happen where I put out a reels on Instagram when Spotify Unwrapped came out, and it was just me fake crying saying I was an Apple Music listener who doesn't get it. And I got
yeah.
like 9 new followers because it blew up a little, and just little
That's
stuff
good.
like
Yeah,
that adds to your community and stuff. So I think it's good just to stay relevant
it's
anywhere you
yeah,
can.
exactly. It's consistency too. What I mean, it's
Yeah.
like you're gonna have some things that some days some content is just like didn't do as good as I hoped.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
if you're consistent and then you keep appearing on someone's like page and then they're like, you know what, I've seen this guy a billion times, let me go check out his stuff. I actually like that guy, or like I
Yeah.
respect him. He's hustling out here. You know what I mean? And then people like that.
No, I completely get what you're saying. Before we move into another segment, what kind of games do you stream for the people listening, and when are your normal streaming times so they can watch you?
So usually I'm kind of like a variety streamer, but like for the most part I play like kind of scary games.
Uh-huh.
I play Phasmophobia a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard like the Outlast games. They're freaking terrifying.
Yeah.
Scary ass games. Sometimes I play like Call of Duty. I'm really into like, I feel like for the most part like single player story based kind of games.
Yeah.
Because I like, having like a story that people can also follow along when they watch,
I totally get you.
And then I stream 4 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, around like 2:30 p.m.
Okay.
On those days. So yeah.
Yes. So yeah, if you guys want to check them out, make sure you go watch it at those times. And then obviously I'll put in the bio links to everything. So we're gonna talk more about you in a little, but I want to move into the avid deserter segment, which this is where if unfortunately we were trying to get it together to do it in person because you live close to me. I had some equipment not show up in time that I needed, but if you were here, we normally try and rate a candy bar together, but I'm running out of generic candy bars.
Yeah.
So I can't like ask guests to get because last week I tried a gourmet s'mores candy bar, which I got at this World Market by my house, but
Yeah.
I don't know how to tell other people to get that. So we're just gonna do the part where you give me your top 3 desserts and your least favorite. If you're gonna say something like cake, just tell what kind of cake. Don't leave it generic. And yeah, let me hear them.
So top 3 desserts.
Okay.
Number one, I feel like most people don't like this, Raisinets. And some
Wow,
people say it's
that's
not dessert, but I'm like
what's the
obsessed
wait,
with
what
Raisinets.
what are the Raisinets again? Are those the candy
It's
bars
just
or?
no, it's just a chocolate covered raisin. It's just like a bag of
Oh,
chocolate covered raisin.
oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's I
But
here's
that's
the
the thing.
thing.
People say they're not like desserts, but like
No,
I
they
am like
totally are.
passionate about like saying that they're desserts. So that's like
Passionate
my
about
number one.
Raisinets. I like it. Streamer
Yeah,
and passionate about
I'm
Raisinets.
passionate about it. Yeah. And then my number two, Kit Kat. It's pretty basic. And then
Okay, yeah.
3, Funfetti cake. I'm obsessed
Okay.
with
Fun
Funfetti. It's the best.
Funfetti cake is really good. I've established on here that I'm not the biggest cake guy, but if I
No,
had to eat a cake, it would be Funfetti. And then a
that's
Kit
fair.
Kat. A Kit Kat has because normally I'll eat the candy bar and I rate it, and we got a little rating system. And Kit Kat's
Yeah,
top 3 in the ratings right now. So I'm a
nice.
big Kit Kat guy, super good. But here's one where it can get a little controversial. What's your least favorite dessert?
Least favorite, Milky Way.
Milky Way. Okay,
Yeah.
I
I
like
don't know
that.
why. I just
I don't
cannot
like them
stand.
either.
It's just
They're
weird. I don't
yeah.
know.
They
Kind of
don't they
random.
aren't they kind of don't they feel like a candy bar that's just missing like one last ingredient?
Yeah.
Like they need
It's just weird. Yeah.
they're soft and yeah, I'm not a big fan of them. That's cool. We haven't had Milky Way's at least favorite. Mine is Jello. Not a big Jello guy.
Yeah. Jello's weird though.
It's
I don't know.
boring. I want
It's super boring.
yeah, I want some flair with my dessert. I don't need anything crazy, but nothing just boring. Like yeah,
Yeah,
exactly like you said. A Milky Way, that's a good choice. Okay. So before we get into Star Wars, because I'm super excited to talk about Star Wars with you,
Oh, yeah.
TikTok. So you were saying earlier you kind of got a big following on TikTok. So I want people to check out your TikToks too. I make them, and I know some people who listen to the podcast follow me on TikTok. So I want to make sure they check yours out. What kind of stuff do you do? When did you start doing it? Just kind of give people an
So
overlay, I guess.
yeah, I started making TikToks in like February,
Mm-hmm.
and like I swore for the longest time I would never get a TikTok. I was like, it's
We
dumb.
we talked about that at lunch where there's this
Yeah.
this sadness where because how old are you?
I'm 24.
Okay, I'm 23, so we're the same
Yeah.
age, and there's this sadness where you're like, this is like an 18-year-old apps like
Yeah.
for high school. You feel like the old man. You feel it just feels weird, and I was so against it too. But I mean, you're a good example of if you make funny content, you can get followers, you can turn it into other stuff, and any little video could be the video that blows up. So I finally made the commitment too. But yeah, we were talking about it's kind of sad at first.
Yeah, you're like, I don't know. It's just not
Hmm.
my thing. And then so like one of my coworkers finally convinced me to get it.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of posted like random things. Didn't really
Yeah.
have like a specific thing. It was just stupid stuff. And then
Hmm.
I made like one just like stupid Star Wars one,
Hmm.
and it like blew up. And then I was like, oh, maybe I should make some more like just like making fun of Star Wars basically.
Yeah.
And so I made a few more, and they kept blowing up. got a bunch of followers, and then my whole like shtick was like Star Wars stuff. And then someone sent me a Kylo Ren outfit because I had a
Okay.
PO box. I got a PO box.
Yeah.
Someone sent me a Kylo Ren outfit. No, you should cosplay it. And I was like, I'm not like a cosplayer, but like I'll make some
Yeah.
video. No. So I just made like some more videos in like the Kylo Ren thing. And then it just really grew my following off of that. And then like one of my other kind of things that I got a following from was like stilts. So I do stilt walking at Universal Studios.
Oh, that's badass. Okay, we're gonna finish talking about the TikToks, and then I got like 100
Yeah,
questions
yeah.
about that.
Cool, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I did that. So between Star Wars and like stilts, grew a following, and right now I have 334,000 on
Okay, I see
TikTok.
you. Big flex. Okay.
Right, yeah, yeah. No, but it's like
Nah, I'm just fucking with you.
I think it was like the consistency though, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I was posting like because I was so bored in quarantine, I
Mm-hmm.
was posting like, 1 to 2 times a day
That's good.
for a
Yeah.
long time. And then Twitch came in and done pretty decent on Twitch, for the amount of time I've been streaming. And
Yeah.
um thanks to TikTok though, and that's what we said
Yeah.
earlier. It's like, you get a following on one platform and move them over to another. It's like it's a good strategy.
Yeah. Are a lot of your people who watch your stream 15 years old because they come from TikTok?
Actually, no. And so that's like the question I get a lot.
Yeah.
We have a lot of people in the community who are like over 40.
Okay.
Like on my Twitch, yeah. But like people like they seem like, oh, they're like young.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the people who stick around, they're at least like my age or like older. Like
Yeah.
if they're people who are really young, once they figure out, I'm like, I don't want to talk to you because you're like a child. Then they
Yeah.
leave. You know what I mean?
No,
It's
I
like,
totally get that.
yeah. But like the people who are like just chill and awesome and really just make the community. Like I said, they're like my age or like even older.
That's
Um,
cool though.
that's great. Yeah,
Um, Hey man, I should have just had you on as not a streamer, as the stilts guy. What the fuck? You walk on stilts at
yeah,
Universal? That's sick.
yeah,
How
dude.
long?
I did that.
How
That's
long? What? All right, all right. I gotta order these
yeah.
questions in my head.
Okay, yeah.
When did you start? How did you and when did you start learning to walk on stilts?
So I did it. So like my like full time job at Universal is closed right now, but
Yeah.
so I blew the Velociraptor
Okay.
and in the park. And so you're basically like on stilts and you like puppeteer this giant like
Oh
16
yeah,
foot.
dude. You probably took a picture with some grown adult like me who was like, "Oh my god,
Yeah,
let me get a cut the kids
yeah,
and
yeah,
shit." I'm that guy, so
exactly. Yeah,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, yeah. So I do that, and then I've been doing that for 2.5, 3 years,
Yeah.
and then for nights I do stilts, and we didn't have horror nights this year, unfortunately.
Hmm.
I was gonna do stilts, I believe, for this year, until I
Yeah.
got canceled, but do stilts for horror nights. And yeah, I did like I don't know if you went to horror nights back in like 2019.
Yeah,
Did you go to
I
that
didn't.
one?
I was out school in Kentucky. I went. I can
Gotcha.
kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
give you an idea, though. I went one year where it was the purge, and there was like a shit ton of people on stilts, like
yeah, yeah.
the masks and stuff.
Yeah, it's
What
yeah, I
were
don't
you
know.
in
It's weird.
2019 though? What'd you do?
I was a few things. I was there was like a Father Time on stilts, a
Uh huh.
Nutcracker on stilts, and then they had this like four-legged ring girl kind of looking thing. It was like a
Oh
four-legged
shit! Yeah.
walker. I did that for a night. But I was like the majority of the time I was a Nutcracker on stilts,
That's kind of
and it was
sick though.
dope, dude. Like,
Yeah.
cause stilts, you're like I don't know, like 8.5, 9 feet tall or something like that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Wait. So when did you learn to walk on stilts there? Is it hard to learn to walk on stilts?
Uh, kind of. I didn't learn there. Like they don't teach you. You have to know.
Yeah. Like I'm a
But
pretty good athlete. You think I could learn to walk on stilts in a week?
yeah, you probably could. Yeah, yeah.
All right.
It's just like,
I might have you teach me how to walk on stilts.
dude,
That
I
might
got
be
it. Yeah. You
my
can
new
literally
hobby.
just buy like drywall stilts. Like what painters use.
Yeah.
You can learn on that. It's just like riding a bike. It's just if you practice,
Yeah.
like if you're athletic, you can get it down in like a week.
I'm
If you
pretty
just,
afraid of heights though. Like second story buildings kind of spook me out, so I don't
yeah, I feel
I
that.
don't think I would do well in stilts.
It's one of those things though, like you realize over time that if you just like walk normally, like if you just act like they're your own feet, like
Yeah.
nothing, you know what I mean? You just it's all in the like in your head. Once you get past
Okay.
like the mental barrier, it's pretty
Yeah.
easy. But it's super fun. You scare the shit out of people.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, that's pretty much it.
How many times have you fallen and how bad does it hurt when you fall?
I've never fallen.
You've never fallen. Hey, now I'm gonna knock on wood for you because
Knock on wood though.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
want to be the
No, but
reason that you
like
fall off the stilts.
so many of my coworkers have fallen though.
Yeah.
But it doesn't hurt that bad. Majority of the time, you don't get hurt. It's
Okay.
because they're only like 2.5 feet tall.
Okay, I
You know
think
what
I
I
have
mean?
this unrealistic thing where I'm imagining like stilts are 10 feet tall. And I know that
No,
that's wrong, but
you
for
kind of
some
like
reason in my
they're so
mind,
tall, like still walkers, that you think they're that tall, but they're still only like 2 feet. So it's like
I guess that's
if
true.
you were like standing like on like the armrest of like your couch
Mm-hmm.
and you like fell, like it's not that bad. I don't know.
That's true. Okay,
It's
I
you should
get you.
like land on like the fatty part of like your back, you know, if you can try to turn. There's
Yeah.
like certain ways, or like if you feel like you're gonna fall, to try like crouch down, so you have like a less distance to like fall.
Okay.
Uh, but it's I don't know. I from what I've heard, it's not like that bad. It's just like whatever.
Can you go pretty fast in stilts? Well, like, what's your? You can go
You
fast.
can yeah, like well, it depends on the type of stilt. So like the stilts they use like Universal, they're
Mm-hmm.
like these custom made stilts some like dude in Florida builds, and they're
Yeah.
like 5 grand or whatever.
Oh
Uh,
shit. Okay.
so they're like impossible to get your hands on. But with those, the foot like articulates, like it has like a
Mm-hmm.
spring in the foot, so it's like weird. Um, but you can run like full speed, you know.
And you
And if
got
I
those
take,
big strides.
yeah,
We should
exactly. So if
race in stilts. You should race.
yeah,
You
if I
should put
take
your
three
stilts on.
steps, you took like 15 steps, you know. It's like
Yeah.
it's crazy, yeah.
That'd be fun. I wish you had
So,
access and they weren't $5,000 stilts so that we could.
right?
That'd be so fun to watch. Just to have us two
Yeah.
race. We'll put you on stilts.
Yeah.
I think we could sell. That could be a pay-per-view matchup. They're giving that shit to anyone
Honestly, yeah.
nowadays.
There's so much like I'm decent at stills, but like some of the guys I work with are like amazing, like the shit they can do. Like, and I think that's one of the fun things about Horror Nights is people they get scared because they don't expect people to be able to like sprint on stilts or
Yeah.
like all this crazy shit.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, I am. Hmm. I'm so fascinated by stilts now. Like that's gonna be.
Dude,
That's like
yeah,
when I get famous and you can pull some strings. I'm somehow gonna find someone to race me in stilts. That's now
right? Yeah,
my new aspiration. Okay, that's awesome, dude.
yeah.
Stilts. Fuck yeah, dude. Okay, so now we talked about TikTok, talked about stilts. I want to talk to you for a minute about Star Wars. So
Yeah.
you're obviously a huge Star Wars fan. I'm a huge Star Wars fan too. Um I want to go over your rankings of the movies with you. And I wrote down mine. I know I forgot to tell you, so I'll go through mine to give you a second because I know sometimes it's hard to think of all of them off the
Yeah.
top of my head. So for me, I like three is my favorite, which I know is controversial in the Star Wars community. I like three, Empire Strikes Back, which is five, four, New Hope, Rogue One, episode six, Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, Solo, then Episode 7, Episode 1, Episode 9, and I hated Episode 8 with all my heart.
Yeah, the one I do agree with, episode 8. I hate that one with a
Okay,
passion.
I liked. Okay, at least
Um,
we can agree on that. So
so
wherever
we
you
agree
go
on
from
that
here, you
one,
can call me. You can be like, "You fucking idiot! This movie's better."
right?
But
And I would say episode 6 is my favorite.
okay, that's a good one.
I'll go with 3. It's my second.
Mm-hmm.
4 third. Actually, okay, yeah. Let me not say 4 third because that's confusing.
Yeah.
So 6 3 4, 5
Uh huh.
Rogue One,
Okay.
7.
Okay. Seven's good. Seven's good. I can put it a little low, but I just am not a big fan of the sequels, but seven's
Yeah.
not as a movie by itself. It's not a bad Star Wars movie.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of the sequels. I'm actually
Yeah,
I'm debating whether I want to put 9 ahead of 7. I kind
yeah,
of liked 9 more than 7, so I might put 9 actually instead of 7.
okay.
So 9, 7, and then 2, 1, Solo, and then
Okay.
8. I did not like
Okay.
Solo.
Solo was fun, but it had those 3 directors and they had a
Yeah,
bunch of reshoots and it really felt like 3 different movies in a sense. Like it
yeah.
was kind of just all over the place and
It
it
was
sucks.
felt messy. Yeah,
Yeah, and I think it sucks too because while it wasn't a great quality Star Wars movie, I thought it was still a lot better than 8. And it unfortunately it came out 9 months after episode 8. So I think everyone in the Star Wars fandom had this bad taste in their mouth and it had a
yeah,
$500 million budget. So it made no money, which kind of sucks because they set us up for, Death Watch and Maul again, and finally seeing him back in the live action screen, and then it's
yeah,
might never happen just because it was not successful at
yeah.
all.
Without spoilers, did
Hmm.
you like Mandalorian? Do you like Mandalorian?
Oh, I love it. I love it. I don't want to give spoilers away. This won't be
Yeah, I
out
don't
till
want to spoil it,
Wednesday,
but I
but
will say I love
I still don't want to give it away.
it. Yeah,
What'd you
yeah.
think of the special or the special the finale?
I loved it.
It
That
was
was awesome.
amazing. It was everything I could have wanted and more.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
I feel the exact same way.
that's all we'll say about it, so we don't spoil too much of it. Because even though this will be out Wednesday, it'll almost been a week. I understand some people are behind, or maybe they're thinking of starting the show. I don't want to be I don't want to ruin such a cool
Exactly. Yeah.
episode for other people. But back to 8. So what did you hate about 8? Because I there's a lot of things that I hated about it. I want to see if we kind of share some similarities.
I just felt like there was no, I don't know, the action in it just felt weird.
Yeah,
I feel like they made Luke.
a
The Luke.
bitch
I
for
don't think
lack of a
Luke
better
should have been
word.
like that. Like they didn't do him any
Yeah,
justice. Like we never really got to see Luke do anything cool. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And
We
so
got to
it's like,
see untrained Luke to old grumpy
yeah,
sad
you
Luke.
just say a grump, and then he's dead. And then I was like, come on.
Yeah.
Like I never got to see him do anything like badass or
The
like.
only cool thing was the only cool part of the movie I'll give it is the Force Ghost scene at the end is cool,
Yeah,
but it's
but I was like,
also
that's it. Like, I
yeah,
want
and
to see
it's
him
also
go
just kind of
just
ridiculous.
annihilate people or something.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, you didn't even see him get to fuck things up. He just dodged some attacks. Yeah, I agree
yeah,
with you. The action was corny. I also didn't like how the plot was everywhere. The casino scene with
yeah. That was so unnecessary.
yeah, no makes no sense. Hated that. And then you had the nonsense that the Princess Leia scene where she flies through the vacuum of space
But
like
Mary
Mary Poppins.
Poppins.
The
Yeah,
fuck kind
yeah.
of what force ability is that?
No, yeah,
It's bullshit. Funny story. So when that movie came out, I was in New York visiting my cousin on a trip, and he had a final that morning, so I couldn't really do anything without him. So I rode the public bus and walked and took trains to somewhere in Queens because that's where I was staying, and watched the 9 a.m. showing of the movie on the first day because I didn't want to get spoiled, and it was a
yeah,
packed movie theater. And I went by myself, and we're sitting there, and it's in Queens, and there's just, I'm like the only white guy in the theater, and that scene happens, and I wasn't even trying to be a funny guy or anything, but I audibly said, "Shut the fuck up" when it happened because it was so ridiculous, and the whole theater started dying, and everyone was like, "Man, what the fuck was that?" And people were like,
yeah.
"Boo!" and like booing the screen and shit.
It
It
was
just
so
was.
bad.
And
You know
I'm
what
not a
else I thought was weird?
whoa. Yeah, yeah.
Um, how Kylo and Rey had there was some sort of sexual tension
Based
between
off
them in that
what?
movie.
Yeah, there was nothing
Yeah, it
to
just kind
set
of came
up.
out of nowhere. Like they would just get so close to each other, and I was like, "Wow, where did this come from?"
Yeah, yeah. It
And it
was
never
so
developed in
forced.
anything really, except for they kissed, but it was just so
Yeah. So
unnecessary.
they did Kylo Ren dirty. Like he didn't get to be as sick as a bad guy as like any of the other bad. I mean, they did. Snoke was more ridiculous. Hyped up Snoke for a whole movie. He does nothing. I get it was a setup or whatever. And I wasn't
Yeah.
even opposed to Leia being a Jedi, and
Yeah.
she had exhibited some Force stuff, like being able to hear Luke when he was hanging in from the Bespin city and all that. But
Yeah.
there were so many just random things. And dude, another thing that I couldn't stand was they hype up Captain Phasma for a year. They drop merchandise. Bro, I feel bad. I don't know the actress's name, but Brienne of Tarth from Game of Thrones plays her.
Yeah.
Dope, and she wasn't in it, and they killed her with the corniest line in the world, dude. They couldn't get a better writer. We both could have wrote a better line. He pulls up and he goes, "Hey, Chrome Dome." That
Yeah.
was the gold line that in the table read where they were like, "That's the fucking one. Put that in the movie." That movie was so
It was
bad.
bad. It was garbage.
So
I thought.
bad.
Did you think 9 was better though? Did you like 9 or?
9 was significantly better, and I really liked it in the moment, and then I liked it less as time went on because the idea that it does kind of mess up Anakin's arc of bringing balance to the Force. And
Balance, yeah.
also Palpatine's not dead because he wasn't dead the first time. So why is he dead now? How come someone can't capture his essence again? How do we know this, the Filoni movie that's detailed, if it takes place after? Why can't Palpatine come back again? Why can
Exactly.
basically you made him invincible? It creates so many plot holes in the
Yeah.
original movies, in because the prequels, as shitty as I know, one's not the greatest movie and a lot of people don't like two. Um, at least it paid homage to the original movies and didn't just shit on the original characters and mess
Yeah.
things up. It was more true to what
Exactly.
Star
Yeah.
Wars was.
I definitely prefer like compared to the sequels. I think the prequels were a lot better.
Oh,
I
definitely.
think
Yeah.
cheesy as well, but
Hmm.
I definitely, as far as like yeah, like paying homage to like the previous characters and
Yeah.
not creating so many like plot holes too.
Yeah, I agree with you. The last thing about Star Wars, because I could talk about it for an hour plus with you just
Star
about
Wars is
Star
the
Wars.
shit.
It's 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 the best. I don't get why. I hate people who won't give it a chance because it's nerdy or it just, if you don't like it, you don't like it. But at least give it a chance. Okay, have you seen all the new shows that they're talking about releasing or that they have
Yeah,
confirmed releasing?
yeah. That I saw like the list. Yeah, like the
Yeah,
Ahsoka show and
which
all that.
one? Do you have one you're super excited for?
Um, Honestly, I feel like the Ahsoka one.
I think I'm excited for that one. I think it's going to be dope. We get to see more Ahsoka in live action. I
Yeah,
want to follow more of Ahsoka's story. I'm also excited. Did you watch the cartoon Clone Wars? Did you watch the
I haven't
cartoon?
finished it.
Okay.
Um, and that's why like I think I am excited because
Mhm.
I've watched I think the like a season and a half, 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Um, and that's why I'm excited for like Ahsoka because I think it's really cool how they tie her in, to
Yeah.
Mandalorian. And I want to see like the gaps, like they're
No,
gonna
I
fill.
agree with you.
Yeah.
That's why when you finish up the show, season 7's all about the Bad Batch, or there's a bunch about the Bad Batch, and they're a group of
Yeah.
like clones who had deformities, but they're like the Navy SEALs of the clones,
Gotcha.
and they're getting a spin-off show, which I was like, okay, whatever, because I figured it'd just be them doing cool stuff. But it takes place after Order 66, and because they're defective clones, they don't have the inhibitor chip that makes them commit
Gotcha. Makes
Order
sense.
66. So I think we're gonna get to see maybe more cartoon Ahsoka
Yeah.
with the Bad Batch and kind of stuff like that. So I'm super excited for that show.
I'm stoked to see how all of the shows like connect. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Be in the same universe
I
in
think
every
they're gonna
show.
do that. Yeah, they're gonna do
Which
cool
like
stuff.
I'd imagine it'd be like the Marvel movies and how like all the Marvel movies
Yeah,
before Avengers, they would all have like little Easter eggs from like another movie. I feel like it's
yeah.
just gonna be like that.
Yeah, there's so because I mean the High Republic show too that's coming out that gives us a chance to see young Yoda, which would be
Yeah,
sick. They got the droid show, which, I mean, that one I'm like the least excited about, but it'll still be cool. It's following R2D2 and C3PO. And then, again, no spoilers, but the show that we find out about after the Mandalorian season finale, that's probably the one I'm actually the most
I
excited
think, yeah, I didn't want to say anything, but I think, that's
Yeah,
probably
that's
mine.
all we'll say because we're not giving anything away. But just when you
Yeah,
watch it, you'll find out what the show is. If you
pretty
haven't already had
hyped.
it spoiled for you.
Pretty hyped about that.
Yeah, that one's gonna be epic too. Okay,
And-
so now we're. Oh, sorry, what were you gonna say, bro?
No, I was just saying, wasn't there like a Cassian Andor?
Cassian and Andor, yeah, with the Rogue
Yeah,
One characters. That one comes
yeah.
out, I think, soon. Like it's done filming.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I
Oh,
was like,
dude,
the other one.
the Obi-Wan Kenobi show is gonna.
How
How
did
did
we
we forget
fucking
that
miss
one?
that?
Yeah,
I was like, what else are we missing?
yeah, we're
Okay,
missing
that one's gonna be
again.
sick as fuck.
Oh, I can't wait.
No.
We're gonna get live action Hayden Christensen back as Darth Vader. I think we're gonna get some Maul, maybe. I
Yeah,
can't I can't wait. That one, yeah, I've now declared two of them as the one I'm most excited for, but this
yeah.
one might be the one I'm most excited
That one's
for.
gonna be sick as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I was saying this to someone. It's the best time to be a young Star Wars fan because we have years of stuff to come that we're going to only get to watch. Like imagine if you were like 35 born when the first movie came out. Like,
Yeah.
you might be alive, but you're probably even too old to figure out how to work Disney Plus to
Yeah,
watch
you're like
Star
fucking
Wars.
old, and yeah, you're like, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna.
so we're in the golden age of Star Wars, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to go into the next segment now. It's called the Dumbass of the Week, where I give someone who I believe did the dumbest shit they could this week. So this week, the Dumbass of the Week brought to you by Red Foreman.
Dumbass! Dumbasses! Dumbass! 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 Dumbass!
And the Dumbass of the Week this week, brought to you by Red Foreman, is Jerry West. I don't know if do you follow basketball a lot?
Not really, no.
Okay, so Jerry
What do you do?
West, he's the logo of the NBA, but he works for the Clippers front office, and he is getting in trouble for potentially illegally recruiting Kawhi Leonard. And in leaked phone calls that they're using the year before this last season, he goes, Kawhi, you don't want to come to the Lakers franchise. They're a shit show. They're terribly run. They'll never win a championship. They're awful. And they went and won a fucking championship this year. And Kawhi choked a 3-1 lead to the Nuggets. So Jerry West is our dumbass of the week.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he had to eat all the shit he talked.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's weird too because if I'm not mistaken, I'm not great with Lakers before I started watching them, but I believe Jerry West played for the Lakers a little in the
This
70s.
guy's over here talking shit, talking mad shit.
Yeah, and it's like that's the team you came from. I'm trying to quickly look it up because I sound like a jackass not knowing what I'm talking about, which is most of this podcast anyway, I don't do a good job at fact checking, but I bought myself long enough to know that he played for the Lakers his entire fucking career, dude. What the fuck? That makes it worse. I'm glad this is cool. He gets even more dumbass of the week for declaring them bums when they're the team that he played. He played for them for 14 seasons.
What years?
And then 1960 to 1974. He was then a coach for 3 years from 1976 to 1979, and they won championships. He won his
He was
numbers.
a coach of the Lakers too.
Yes, and his number hangs in the rafters. Retired. So. Fuck that guy, dude. Fuck Jerry West. Take him off the NBA logo. Put Kobe on it.
He's salty about something.
Yeah,
He's
some about him. It's
Yeah.
probably because he heard that I said Jello tastes like shit, and that's his main source of meal. Knew I was a Lakers fan and tried to take it out on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So Jerry West is our dumbass of the week. So before we move into some more segments and kind of wrap up the podcast, they're always about an hour long. I do a little intro at the start when I use ones, but I wanted to talk about some Christmas traditions. This is the Christmas episode. It's why I got on the Christmas hat. This will come out 2 days before Christmas. So do you have any like fun Christmas traditions that your family does, or if you're a poor orphan boy that you do by yourself in your orphanage, whatever it is.
Poor orphan boy. I don't have any.
Yeah.
I have no traditions, no love, no family. No, I'm just kidding. No, we just every Christmas Eve, I feel like the one thing we do every single year is
Yeah.
Chinese food. We have
Okay.
Chinese food every Christmas Eve at night. And then we get pajamas every Christmas Eve.
Dude, that's my family does the pajamas.
Okay, but I was gonna say, I think a lot of people do
Yeah,
that,
we
right?
take they make you take a picture with you got any
Yeah,
siblings?
we do the family, yeah, and we all have the matching pajamas and stuff.
Yep,
Yeah.
dude, same here. It might just be kind of a white people Christmas thing.
I was gonna say, is that like a white person thing? Yeah.
I don't know. I gotta run a poll on that. I gotta add, like, I wanna. There's got to be a study done or something by the
Right. Yeah.
doctors or some shit. So you do the Christmas pajamas. That's a classic white person thing, and then Chinese food. I've never heard that, but I like that.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know like how that started, but just every year Christmas Eve, we eat Chinese food as like our like Christmas Eve dinner, and
That's
it's always
cool.
from like the same place for like ever since I was a kid.
Is it at least bomb, or are you guys
It's
just
pretty good,
shitty?
yeah.
Okay, at least you don't eat
it's
shitty
good.
Chinese food just for the fuck of it, like for the
No,
tradition.
I don't. No, we eat it because like it's not like it's tradition. It's
Yeah.
fucking great. Yeah, it's really good.
Okay, that's dope.
Yeah, it's kind of random as hell, but
Yeah.
works.
No, don't worry. We on Christmas Eve we do the pajamas, and then my mom makes this pasta, and I don't know what it's called. I think it's called like it's like a weird variation of pasta carbonara, but we call it diabetes pasta because one serving of it is 1,500 calories, and that's without the garlic bread and the second serving that you're sure as shit gonna have. And also, no one probably serves the proper serving size. It's the weirdest thing, dude, because I'm someone who, if I want to, I can put away food. And I look forward to this meal because it's like the pasta carbonara, and it has bacon, ham, bell peppers, sausage in it. The creamy sauce with it's whipping cream and all. It's so fucking good, dude. But it's the weirdest thing because, you ever go to Korean barbecue?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so Korean barbecue, you can put a lot away because if you really want to pace yourself, you just eat a lot of meat. Meat's not necessarily filling. You kind of avoid the rice and all the sides and that shit. But this pasta, dude, you can be like, I'm going to eat so much of this, and it slows you down and just it like cripples you from the inside out. You're going hard, and you're like, I'm going to get a second plate, and your body at one point just starts rejecting it. It's just like, no. You can't make, if you eat anymore, I'm gonna throw up. It's the weirdest thing because your body immediately is like, this is unhealthy.
1,500 calories.
1,500 calories a serving. So almost a whole daily calorie serving for what an average American is supposed to consume.
That is fucking nuts, but it sounds bomb as hell.
It's so good. And we only have it once a year because it's so gross. And then when we store it, because the heavy cream consolidates and shit, it becomes a block, and you have to take blocks out to heat it up the next day. It's good, but it's gross, but in the best way possible.
Science experiment.
It is, dude.
I'd be fucking down for it.
Yeah, I'll be putting pictures up on my Instagram so you can see it and the listeners can check it out. Cause it's a monstrosity to say the least.
That's awesome, dude.
You watch any movies every year? Any there's like a movie that's a must watch with the family?
Christmas Story.
Okay.
And It's a Wonderful Life.
Okay, those are good. Those are both good. Those are good movies. My family you ever watch Christmas Vacation? National Lampoons. Okay.
I fucking love Christmas Vacation.
Great. I love it. Now, I'm going to sound negative for a second, but I want to establish that I love this movie. If you haven't seen it, I'm serious, no bias. It's one of the funnier, better Christmas movies because
it's great.
While I love tis the season, enjoy the Christmas movies, I'm trying to be less of a cynical asshole like I normally am and not be like, things are stupid and I'm too cool. But Christmas movies, I'm going to be honest, dude, you can figure out what's going to happen 13 seconds into 90% of the movies.
Yeah, it's all the same plot.
Yeah, but National Lampoon is funny and it's it is a little similar, but it takes you on a fun ride, laughs the whole time. Now, the thing that drives me crazy with my family tradition is we watch this movie normally every year the night of Thanksgiving. It's to like kick off the Christmas season. Probably watch it one more time. My family, and mostly my sister do this annoying shit where they just quote the whole movie the fucking time because we've seen it so many times. So every punchline, dude, ruined. Every
Yeah.
joke ruined. And because it's not even like they can't even do it where they say it the same time as the person. They just step all over that shit. And it drives me up the walls.
But
while
that's
we
the
watch it, dude.
Christmas tradition is to be fucking annoyed as hell.
That's
Yeah.
true, bro. That dude,
Yeah.
that might be the Christmas tradition for my family is not watching the movie. It's me getting
Just be
annoyed as
like,
fuck
just
watching
fucking
the movie.
annoyed. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, dude, that's insightful. You're like my Mr. Miyagi right now with my
All right.
Christmas
Yeah.
anger.
Fucking wise words.
Yeah, damn, dude. Yeah, that's true. That's a great way of putting it. Another classic Christmas movie. You ever seen The Night Before with Seth Rogen? Not classic, but a great one.
No, I have not. I've never even heard of
Okay,
that.
dude, do me a favor. Please watch it. It's Christmas.
Is it
Now,
new?
it's like 2015. So yes, when I said
Okay.
classic, that's very misleading.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's only been out 5 years, but I mean, I don't know what kind of relationship you have with your parents. I watched it with my parents. It is slightly inappropriate, but here's what it is, dude. It's Seth Rogen. God, oh my, Joseph Gordon-Levitt,
Okay. Yeah.
the guy who plays not Hawkeye, Falcon from the Falcon dude from Avengers, who's
Avengers?
Captain America's
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's his
Yeah.
name?
I
Yeah,
don't know what his
Falcon.
name is, but I know what you're talking
Falcon
about.
Man. Yeah, Falcon Man's in
Yeah.
it. And they're just these three friends who Joseph Gordon-Levitt's parents died on Christmas. So they hang out with them every Christmas and they go get fucked up. And it's just a movie about them. It's a Seth Rogen movie, dude. Seth Rogen does drugs and they go to a Christmas party. Dude, outside of a Christmas movie, it is so funny. I'm telling you, and anyone listening, you need to watch it. And what a better time than the Christmas season. It's great,
It's
dude.
called Night Before Christmas.
It's called The Night Before.
The night before.
Again,
night
I'm gonna look it up right now. I haven't even watched it yet this season. That might be a good movie. Another dope thing that you do, and I didn't get to talk about it, is I love that you'll go and wrapping gifts on Discord. That's a hilarious ass concept. You've watched movies. This is a funny movie, and it's called The Night Before 2015, an hour and 40, which I always say is a nice sweet spot for a movie.
Yeah, that's a good length of movie. Yeah.
It's hilarious, dude. Super,
Dude,
super
I gotta
funny.
watch that shit. I gotta check that out.
If you watch it, just do me the favor and let me know what you think of it after, because I like to talk about movies and all that shit. Yeah, dude, that's a good one. Any other Christmas traditions you can think of before we move into the final two segments?
Not really. It's just the movies, Chinese food, and pajamas.
For sure, dude. Yeah, I'm the same way. Not a bunch of other ones. I think people can get a little aggressive with Christmas traditions. I mean, we go look at Christmas lights. I feel like everyone kind of does that shit.
Everyone does it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of more special ones. I wanted to have some of the people that follow me on Instagram write in their traditions, and I was going to read them on here. And unfortunately, I think it has to do with the fact that I'm a comic. I don't think anyone gave me a serious answer. So I'm just going to real quickly read you. I said, what are some of your funniest / worst Christmas traditions? When my dad left, Mr. Hanky the Christmas poo, the fact that I don't celebrate Christmas, being alive, pissing on my dad's face to wake him up Christmas morning, sacrificing a whole family of turtle doves, clown orgy. So thanks to everyone who gave me those.
Clown orgy is my favorite.
Clown orgy? It's a can't miss. Nothing quite like it.
Yeah. You can't have a good Christmas without clown orgy.
Yeah, I always like to wear a little mistletoe on my head so they can kiss everything with mistletoe, you know. So I think the only I will read, I believe the two serious answers I got were every year Christmas Eve as a fam we watch inappropriate movies. That's a good one. That's actually kind of a cool one. They're like not even Christmas. And then someone said, this one is funny. And I normally don't say who write these in, but it's my girlfriend. She's been on the podcast a bunch. Her family, and I don't go to her Christmas Eve every year because I refuse to be a part of this, is the adults make the kids create and act out a Christmas play. And it has to be Christmas themed and family appropriate. And they do a act out play every year.
So if you went,
I would have
you
to be a part of it.
Part of it?
And the problem is like, I don't have a problem acting in front of things. I want to be in movies.
Yeah.
I do skits and all that shit. I don't think that I can hold back an opportunity for a funny joke that would be inappropriate.
Yeah.
Like they would be like, what do you guys want to talk about? And I'd be like, let's make it about how Christmas isn't about Santa. It's about the capitalistic society that we live in. And they'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why'd you bring this guy? So
when someone says family friendly, that's when I'm like, try not to fucking pop a blood vessel. So fucking holding myself back.
Yeah.
Couldn't do that.
Yeah. So I try to avoid that as much as possible. And we've been dating for almost 4 years now. So I've avoided it for 4 years. So
yeah, that's good.
Got to stay strong.
Stay strong.
Hope they outgrow that. So, all right, man, we're going to move into one of the last two segments. This one is the official Would You Rather segment. We got 2 Would You Rathers for you to answer.
Sweet.
The first one is, would you rather have a 2-week vacation anywhere in the world paid for, or completely free shopping spree at any places you want? So you get a whole day of it. So the shopping spree, you can be like, I want to go to the Gucci store, Vans, the sneaker shop, and you can get whatever you want for unlimited price. You can spend up as much as you want, or you can go to like, anywhere. You can go to Hawaii, beachfront, hotel, everything paid for. What are you kind of thinking?
Traveling, of course.
Travel,
like,
okay, traveling's easy for you, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not like a big like shopper.
Yeah.
Very like simple with my wardrobe.
Mm-hmm.
I literally am wearing Crocs at the moment.
You're rocking the Crocs.
So I'm rocking the Crocs.
Yeah.
Traveling though, I'm huge on traveling. I love traveling, so I would definitely fucking travel.
All right. So, okay, 2 things. I agree. The traveling is a good answer. It's the non-piece of shit answer, because I'm not a big, like, my wardrobe's pretty simple. I like to thrift shop for most of my clothes. The only expensive thing is I'm really into shoes. I own like 15 pairs of shoes. I decided to brand myself the Shoe Comic, so there's no going back from that now. But I'm not a big clothes guy either. And yeah, dude, the traveling, people don't travel enough in their life, and the fact that you could go somewhere like I said Hawaii, but I mean, you could go to the Bahamas and get one of those standalone huts that's on the water with a like a infinite, like, you're going all out. So I agree with you. You gotta go with that. And then, okay, real quick, normally in the intro I do the kicks of the cast, which is a segment where I just, if there's guests that are in person, you can see my shoes, I talk about them for a quick second, show them. And I normally do that in the intro. If it's this, can we see your Crocs? I want the Crocs to be the official kicks of the cast right now. So let me see these Crocs, man. We got the kicks of the cast segment right now coming up. The first person to guest host the kicks of the cast right now. We got the Crocs.
Hold on,
all right. Yeah, we can't see him yet. All right, there we go. Drum roll, a little Christmas tree. Okay, I like him, dude. Sleek, simple, black. Here's the thing: Crocs get hate. I'll always hate on Crocs because I like to hate on things.
This is the better Croc because I have a tattoo of a beer on my ankle.
Oh, I like it.
Tattoo a picture of a beer. So these are the better Crocs.
Fuck yeah, dude. I hate on Crocs, but I've never wore a pair of Crocs, but I know they
are so fucking comfortable.
Uh-huh.
Like extremely comfortable, and you can go in like 4-wheel drive. You know how people say
yeah, the sports mode and
sports mode. Yeah.
I
like they're fucking awesome. I love them. But yeah, they look fucking goofy as hell though.
Yeah, but if you could rock them, like, there's just a certain confidence. My fear is that I'm kind of a white dude who looks, if you don't know me, I look like I could be racist. And I think that the Crocs only enhance that. I get a lot of people who are like, you must be a
racist shoe.
Crocs are a southern shoe. When I think
are they
of Crocs,
really? I didn't know that.
I went to school in Kentucky,
Oh,
and
that's fair.
goddamn, everyone there wears Crocs. And I'm being a little dramatic because there's a bunch of like black guys who wear Crocs, and there's a bunch of people who just aren't racist that wear Crocs. But I don't know. To me, at least, I always take the persona as like a Southern swamp man who wears Crocs.
I do think of like when I hear that, like the Crocs that are like, like the hunting camo kind of
Yes.
Crocs.
Okay. That's okay. You know what? I didn't even think of that. That's exactly
Yeah.
what gives the.
And
You
they
got
sell
the
them at like
non-racist
Walmart and
Crocs.
shit.
Yeah.
Those are the racist Crocs, the hunting camo ones.
Yeah. You got the non-racist Crocs.
Yeah,
I
I
like
got the
it, dude.
non-racist ones. Yeah.
Yeah. Not every cross is meant to be burned in the front yard. Not every Croc is meant to be worn with racism, dude.
Exactly.
I like
yeah.
it. All right. So yeah, you got the kicks of the cast there with the Crocs. I like it, dude. All right. So we're gonna move into the last Would You Rather. Still in the Would You Rather segment. We got Would you rather live alone for a year in a submarine or a space station? So at first I immediately say space station because it's cooler. But there's a lot and I'm not, there may be some things happen to you when you're in a submarine, excluding the mental things. When you come back from space, like your bones are weak and you have to adjust to gravity to walk again. So there is a slightly more learning curve with like coming back from space. And I think there's a better chance that you die in space and that you die on the way back from space, where submarine sucks, but at least you just submerge.
With a submarine, though, can I go up to the surface and open the hatch?
No,
That doesn't make it fun.
No, it's not as fun. In hindsight, that would make sense.
Yeah.
But that's not as cool.
What kind of waters in the submarine?
Well, you worried the submarine's gonna be cold or something?
Well, no, because I want like clear, like
I know, just fucking
Caribbean like waters.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You don't want to just be
I
like,
want like some murky fucking North Sea.
okay, yeah, all right, yeah, man, you can go in any ocean you want, because that was the thing that I was thinking about. At least I could look.
You can look out the window at least, and
Yeah, you can
look
go
out the little
anywhere.
porthole. Yeah, but at the same time,
space, dude, space is sick.
But yeah, there's physical. I feel like with space, physically, there's a lot of negatives. But with the submarine, I feel like the negatives are mentally.
Yeah. There's got to be some mental though in space, because you're alone in space. You're alone in both these scenarios. At least though, my thought in space is there's so much you can learn. Like you can spend just the first couple months like, oh my gosh, when I do this with water, it does this. Just the little aspects of understanding space itself. You could spend so much time doing where there's not as much to learn about the water, but the ocean is a crazy ass place.
Yeah. I know initially I thought I was going to say space, but thinking about it, I think the ocean, I think a submarine.
Okay. Yeah. Submarine. My final thought is that, space is a little bit cooler than, you might be able to flex harder than being, you live in a submarine, you're a seaman, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I wish I had drops to insert the drums. I'll be here all week, guys. Thank you. I had to do it, dude. I had to do it. Don't judge me. I can see you fucking judging me. Don't judge me.
No, in here. No, I'm all about those kind of jokes.
Yeah, man. It's a comedy podcast. I got to make myself look like an asshole. Otherwise, what else are they going to laugh at? I swear half of the humor is just me talking myself in circles and saying bullshit things like that. So, all right, dude. So you're going with the water.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with the water too. As cool as space was, I think we both figured out the mental thing is the same. You're still stuck in isolation. Yes, you can figure out cool space stuff and float around, but that'll get old. Oh, God, dude, this one's really stumping me. I think I'm going to go with space, even though I got to learn the bone things. As much as that's what was holding me back is like when you come back to Earth, there's all these things to overcome. But, they've done it before. So, I don't know. I'm gonna go with space just so I can float
That's
around.
fair.
That's the main
It's
reason.
honestly, that's a good one because like I feel like there's equal positives and equal negatives.
Yeah, I try to find ones like that. Try not to do
Yeah.
the same ones over and over again because I mean I've done 100 times. Like, well, you want to know how you die or when you die, and you know,
Yeah.
and when we first started, I had very aggressive ones on. Like, would you rather suck 50 dicks or lick 100 buttholes? And then my dad
Yeah.
was like, "Hey, listen, you should stop talking about that." And a couple
Just
other
like, a
people
little
were
more.
like, it's aggressive. I was playing it on a speaker and my parents told me to never listen to you again. I was like,
Yeah. So it needs to be
okay.
like PG-13 ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I just was new to the podcast, going for the cheap laugh. It's like on stage, you could
Yeah.
tell shit and dick jokes all day and get pity laughs. The jokes that feel the best are when you're talking about like toothpaste and random
Yeah.
shit that can make people laugh. All right,
Exactly.
I'm going space, you're going water. We'll meet
Mhm.
each other on the other side and see who's more fucked up, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, dude. So we're coming to the end of the podcast right here, right now. This one is called The Last Resort Media, which just where we talk about movies you've watched recently, shows you've watched, music, help put the listeners on the new artists, new things, help put each other on the new stuff. A fun little thing we do is we have a weird rating system on the podcast. Shout out my boy Dio Reynoso for coming up with it. We rate movies 1 through 3. 1 is don't need to see it. 2 is you should see it. 3 is a must see. And
Gotcha.
what we'll do too is if a movie's a 2, but you're kind of like torn, you can be like, hey, it's a 2 closer to a 3, it's a 2 closer to a 1. And that's how we rate movies instead of, the 1 through 10 gets messy because all of a sudden you're like, the movie is a 7 out of 10. It was a decent movie. And it's like, well, would you really give a decent movie a C? And it starts
Yeah.
to get kind of messy. So for me, I watched 3 movies this week. I saw Tenet, which I'm not even going to give that a rating because I still don't understand this movie. Dude,
Gotcha.
have you seen Inception?
Yeah. I was gonna ask, is it like Inception?
Same guy. Here's the thing. After the first watch of Inception, you understand the movie.
Yeah.
This movie made me feel like I just failed a math final. There's so much going this way in time and going this way in time that to understand it better, I had to watch a breakdown video where someone drew out the timeline. And then even then, it still is confusing. It's visually an amazing movie. But it's very confusing. If I had to give it a rating, I'd give it a 2 closer to a 1 because I believe even if I understood the movie, there is a kind of lull of it's not as much action as you would think till the
Yeah.
end and in the plot and the plot is just confusing, dude, and confusing plots kind of suck if there's not a big payoff. So yeah, if you watch that movie, I suggest you have your phone off and you're probably
Pay
still going to
attention
be
to like every fucking
every
detail.
minute because after if you watch a recap or at the end, I guess they use colors in the movie so you can like there's always a color so you can tell which direction time is going, which is kind of why I want to watch it again because I would but that's like I don't know, it's kind of fucked up. Like, why do I got to watch your movie twice to
Yeah.
understand it?
Exactly. Yeah.
So that movie's kind of weird for me. I watched for the first time ever, guys, Austin Power Gold Member. That movie is fucking hilarious.
What
3
do
out
you
of
get?
3. 3 out of 3, dude.
Okay, I was gonna say
Hilarious.
that's a 3 right there.
So funny. I mean,
Fucking love that movie.
just as, I'm someone, I try to watch movies just as movies, but as someone who wants to write movies and all that kind of stuff and loves comedy, I can't like the stuff that they come up with is so funny, but it's so original. Like you're just like how? That was my
Yeah.
like so many funny scenes. I'm like, how do they do that? And Mike Myers, his actions, and dude, I had no idea that Mike Myers plays like 6 characters in that movie.
Yeah, he plays so many fucking people.
Yeah,
in
so it was like I
Austin
was watching, Austin Powers, and then I was like, okay, I definitely can tell Dr. Evil is him. And then I was like, is Fat Bastard him too? And
Yeah.
then there's another character that he plays too that I was like, you're also this Gold
Yeah.
Member. I didn't realize he was Gold Member
Yeah, he's fucking
till
gold
the,
member.
till
Yeah.
the credits. And I was
Yeah.
like, dude, this is such
fucking
a good
genius.
movie. It's
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch the other ones. I had friends tell me that Goldmember was the best, so I skipped the first one, which I have seen, but it's so long ago I
Yeah.
don't remember it. And then I watched Independence Day for the first time too. I'm gonna give that movie a 1, dude.
Really?
It's just, I know it's corny, and I accept that, and I understand 90s movies are corny. Dude, I like Star Wars, corny
Yeah.
movie series. It's just, I don't know. It just didn't do it for, like,
Not
though there
fair.
was, it's a long movie too. I'm not the biggest fan of long movies, and there was about like 40 minutes left, and I was like, fuck, I want this movie to be over now. So
Yeah.
I got to give it a 1 for that reason. Those are the
That's
movies I've
fair.
watched. Yeah,
I watched that as like when I was younger,
that's the
and
thing
I
is
liked it. And I
yeah,
think that's one of those movies. If you watch it when you're
mhm,
young, you'll appreciate it more. Because I would give it like a 2. And
yeah,
I think if you watch it when you're young, you give it a 2. But I could see you
yeah,
watching it, as an adult and having like an understanding more of like movies.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I tried not to get to be like negative on it, but I really didn't enjoy it that much. And yeah, like I said, I tried. I watched it with my girlfriend, who she saw it as a kid and she loved it, and even she was like, she did not like it to the same level I did, but
Yeah,
she said it was not as good as I remember it being.
yeah.
Um, so then, yeah, for then shows, I just started Cobra Kai, which is a great show. If you're a listener listening, Cobra Kai's, if you like the Karate Kid movies, it's awesome. It pays great homage to it. It's a corny show, but it's just the right amount of corny where it's more nostalgic than just like unbearable to watch. I really like it. I started it like 3 days ago, and I'm already done with the first season. So that's a good one. And then music, listen to Kid Cudi's new album. It was pretty good. And then another show, Mandalorian. Don't want to talk about it though for spoilers, but if you watched it, all I'll say is that season finale, man. Woo!
Yep.
Okay, so I want to give time to you. I just talked about a bunch of movies, but anything you've watched recently, you want to put people on movies, anything kind of like that, give them a rating,
Two,
and yeah, man.
2 movies. I watched Christmas Chronicles 2. Absolute garbage.
Mm.
Absolute
What's
trash.
What's Christmas Chronicles 1?
It's a movie with Kurt Russell. It's a Christmas movie
Okay.
that came out like 2017,
Is that
2018.
one good?
It's good. Yeah, I really
Okay.
liked it. It's like just like a cheesy, dumb Christmas movie. Some good,
Yeah.
entertainment.
Mhm.
But the second one, absolute trash.
Oh,
I
shit,
would
dude.
give it a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do not watch it.
Do not watch it. It was bad.
Yeah.
The other movie I watched was Outlaw King. Have you seen that one?
No, I haven't heard of it. What's it
It's
about?
on. It's on Netflix. It's about Chris. It's Chris Pine. He plays Robert the Bruce.
Okay.
And he plays Robert the Bruce, who was like a real Scottish historical figure. Have you seen Braveheart?
Yes.
Yeah, it's basically like this is literally like right after Braveheart.
Okay, that's sick, dude. I might have to. Yeah, I'm gonna watch this.
It's like between like a 2 and a 3. I liked it. Pretty good. And Chris Pine is really fucking good in it. Because I think he's from like California, and he plays a Scottish king.
That's dope. Yeah. What do you give that?
That's like like between like a 2 and a 3.
Okay, so
I'm leaning towards a 3. I'm leaning towards a 3. I won't fully give it a 3 just because I think those type of movies might not be everyone's cup of tea.
Yeah.
But I think it's still
But hey,
enjoyable.
but hear me. So let me get this. If you're into kind of actiony movies, a good way I heard it describe those movies are dad movies. Like every dad loves those kind of movies.
Yeah.
Not even a knock on them because I love them too.
Yeah.
Would it be a 3 if you're into that kind of genre?
Yeah, if you're into that kind of thing, like a 3. Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty good. As far as movies, that's all I watch. TV shows, Mandalorian, I won't say anything. 3 out of 3.
Yeah.
I will reiterate that. Music, I'm a huge like 80s fan.
Dude,
when it comes to
awesome.
music.
I like a lot of 80s music.
Love 80s music. I have a Spotify playlist that's in my Instagram bio.
Okay.
Like my Instagram bio is like a link. It's a link tree, so it has like a bunch of links.
I
Once you
got the
click it.
link tree too. I'm gonna just what I'll do is for anyone who's trying to find your stuff, that makes it easy. In the bio, you guys will be able to find his link tree, which will take you to all the
Appreciate
stuff.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do have a Spotify playlist. I think it has like like 300 follows on it.
Yeah.
And people seem to like it. It has some oldies mixed in with it. A lot of 80s music though. Just good to like kind of vibe to and just jam out. If you're looking for some like 80s oldies.
Yeah.
So I recommend that. I'm not being
For
biased.
sure, dude. No, I like it. Hey, here's the thing. I will actually. A lot of times, I'm gonna be honest. A lot of times, I tell people I'll check out the music they suggest.
Yeah.
Probably done it about twice. You'll be the third because I actually genuinely enjoy 80s music. I gotta pretend like I like everyone's music.
No,
but
there's some good music in there.
yeah,
It's a little mixture. Like majority is 80s. Like I said, there's some oldies. Some of the music might not be your cup of tea,
mhm.
but I feel like if you just like need someone to just kind of like vibe out to, just like
Fuck yeah,
some
dude.
classic. That's good. And then yeah, I think that's it really. As far as like entertainment
dude.
kind of stuff,
That's
I could
awesome.
rank. Yeah.
Okay, man. Well, that was the Your Last Resort media section. So this is kind of where we're going to wrap it up. I know we've talked about you a ton, and I'm sure everyone kind of gets the idea, but this is where I like to give, anyone on time to promote themselves. Maybe this will be out Wednesday before
Sweet.
anyone wakes up. So people will start watching it Wednesday and Thursday. So if there's any, of big events you have planned coming up, I think I remember seeing that you had something maybe planned for, Christmas or around
Yeah.
that?
Actually, on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
So if you are listening to this on Wednesday,
Yeah.
Wednesday afternoon, around 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Los Angeles time, on Twitch. I'm doing like a live. I'm gonna go on live. I'm gonna be making like some alcoholic holiday kind of drinks
Okay.
that I'm gonna put out on my Instagram story, so people like want to go to the store and buy the ingredients. They
That's
make it with
cool.
me live. Just gonna like chat with people, do dumb shit, get drunk, and then kind of have play like some like Among Us with people watching. Just do different rounds, and anyone can join.
For sure.
And basically
I'll,
just kind of. Oh, also, I'm doing an ugly Christmas sweater contest.
okay.
Um, and if people send me if you send me like your ugly Christmas sweater on Instagram, I'll pick the ugliest, and the winner gets a $50 Amazon gift card. So
Okay.
if you don't even want to
Yeah,
tune
dude.
into Twitch and you just want to send me an ugly Christmas sweater just for a chance to win, send it in.
What time was that again on Wednesday? You said with the drinks and stuff.
Around probably like 3:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Los Angeles
For
time.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure, dude. I'm gonna for sure join in on that one. Watch you. Maybe we can get a game of Among Us in.
Dude, I'm down.
Podcast little, and then the thing too, dude, is we'll talk about it more later. But if you ever think there's a way, I'm not bad at video games, and I consider myself funny. So if we ever want to try and get something kind of funny to play together going in the future, help
I'm super down.
together.
Yeah.
Because
I'm always looking to like collaborate and just people like to watch that too. You know what I mean? Like it's a variety to like streams and stuff. So I'm always
dude,
down.
we'll get something planned. I'll come up with some ideas and shoot some stuff your way and yeah, dude, I'm super excited. I genuinely mean this. I love what you're doing. I love how creative you're being with the streaming and stuff. So I'm not only am I a fan of what you do, I'm genuinely rooting for you, and I like to see your success.
Vice versa, dude. I think this is great.
Man. Hell yeah. So thank you again for doing this. To the squad, the listeners, I appreciate you for coming back. This is episode 40, by the way. So thank you for being a part of the first 40s in hitting in there. This is episode 40, guys. So if this is your 40th time listening or your first, I appreciate you. Again, I still got stickers. If anyone wants them for free, hit me up. If you want them, bro, shoot me your address and I'll mail them to you. I've been mailing them out to people for free. I just want people to have my stuff, and anyone that wants to support me. Thank you, guys. And most importantly, thank you for letting us be your last resort. See ya.
This has been a Your Last Resort production.